Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. We are again live. Welcome to our second episode of Shweta Garg talk show live stream. I'm Shweta Garg, and as you know, I'm an image transformation expert. So before we move forward, I would like to share the idea behind this talk show, why we are here today and how it came to my mind that let me start this. Now, the purpose of this show is inspiration. And the episodes that we are coming up with right now are all about inspiring women. Now, you might be thinking that how can this show inspire other women? See, the fact is that everyone has a story, a journey to share, struggle, or an experience that you can learn from. And I firmly believe that we can get inspired by just any woman in our lives. She can be our mother, she can be our daughter, co worker, or our helper, anyone around us because we women have the natural ability to express how we feel and we kind of uplift those around us. Therefore, this is the purpose of our live stream where we invite some amazing guests whose journey and experience is inspiring. And I believe it is the best way to get connected, learn from each other, and to fuel our own sense of purpose. So today we have with us Miss Shweta Jain, founder and chief chocolatier at Adler's Den. Let me get her in. Hello, Shweta.
Hi.
Welcome to Shweta Garg Talk Show. Thank you for accepting my invitation. I am so honored to have you.
All a pleasure. Thank you so much, Shweta.
Thank you. Okay, before I move forward, I would like to give a little brief about Ms. Shweta. Now, Shweta is an MBA graduate from NMIMS, and after having worked in strategy and project management roles at Max Life Insurance for 6 years, right, Shweta?
Yeah, 6 years. Yeah.
Yeah, so she embarked on this journey of chocolate making. She's a trained chocolatier from Belgium Chocolate Academy, and other things are just food, but chocolate is a chocolate, right? So this is the thought with which Shweta Jain started Adler's Den in 2012. I would say she's a magician who swirls magical recipes. Welcome, Shweta. I'm so
Thank you.
honored to
Thank
have
you.
you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Shweta, to start with, like I just have given your introduction where you have mentioned that you have worked as a project management role at insurance company Max Life Insurance for 6 years, right?
Yes, yes.
And with a postgraduate degree from NMIMS and working in a corporate organization in a corporate sector, I'm wondering what made you venture out in this chocolate making business.
I think it was the pure love for chocolates. So as a
Okay,
kid, I would spend most of my money on chocolates and books.
right.
So, so chocolates was definitely something that I was always passionate about.
Okay.
I
So I
would
think
uh, I could imagine myself being around chocolates in around chocolate fountains and maybe something like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So chocolates always fascinated me. So
right. I think
maybe that's why.
chocolate is everyone's favorite as a kid, Still we crave for chocolates, but as you grow
Yeah.
old, you are more conscious that whether to have chocolates or not.
And trust me, I've been in this business. I've been around chocolates for 12 years, but
Yes.
I still love to eat chocolates.
Me too. But I think when
I
I
think
was a
everyone should.
child, probably I was more into milk chocolates.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I've grown old, so I'm more into dark chocolate. It's just that, yeah, love is same, but the preference has changed, from milk to dark. I don't know if I'm correct or not. It's been said that dark chocolates are much more healthier than the milk chocolates. Am I right?
Yeah, they have more antioxidants.
Okay.
But as long as I think you're having in control, I think any chocolate is good.
Any chocolate is good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, you have been trained, from a Belgian chocolate academy. I think it's
Yeah.
Barry Callebaut Chocolate Academy, right?
Yes.
So, how did this technical expertise that you have gained at the academy help you kickstart the right way? How did it help you?
See, I think this technical knowledge gave me confidence. I think that is what I would say. Like, it's like how a degree gives you confidence,
Right.
but real, life skills come when I actually get on ground.
Mm.
So it is how it has been. So though I am trained in a lot of exotic chocolates, and we can make all of those, but eventually the ground realities are different. So there are a lot of other aspects to things when we start working, like packaging, what sells. So maybe at a boutique level, or at from a point of view of giving confidence and a deeper know-how of the product, that definitely helped. But
Right.
eventually the knowledge and all comes while we are practically working and serving clients, so their feedback,
Right.
how the business respond during logistics, shipping, what clients are liking, what the customers are liking. So all of those things eventually give the real learning, on ground learning.
On ground level, like you just mentioned, packaging, gifting, all these things are also involved in this. And I
Yeah.
believe that your family was also into food processing business, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So did your experience of this making, gifting, indulging in chocolate, go that
Mhm.
extra mile with what you have learned with your father in that family business, that food processing business throughout?
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of learnings. So from there, because that business also we started from scratch with almost zero. From zero, we reached level where it is today. Uh, so I think my core value was that I learned from there, that if my product is good, you know,
Hmm.
uh, I will always have a reason to sell. And what I really gained was, when you're selling all your product, sell it with a lot of pride. So that is what I continue doing here. So in our case, like, the customer is the king, but it's we also take a lot of pride and confidence in our product. So customer is more of like a professional friend to us, than
Right.
just being a king to us. So we really take pride in what we do, and what give, and what we serve. So that, I think, puts us apart.
No, I really like what you said right now, that you have to take pride in what you're doing, whether it's product or service. There are many people out there sometimes, especially women, they have that
Yeah.
self-doubt in them, that whether my product is good or people will like it or not, or asking for something, or telling a client,
I
that
think it's
confidence is
I think
also
it
not
comes naturally to us, being a woman.
right.
This self-doubt creeps in us. Men are so much more confident when they talk about things. Oh, you said this, you did not say this, or this is the way it is. But we women always have self-doubt. Even coming to the way we are dressed, or the right color. Is it the right color lipstick or not? But
Yeah, right.
I think that is how deep our parents conditioning is generally in society, and how deep it reflects on how patriarchal the society is. But
Right.
and in fact, I myself had doubts for a long time. For almost 4 5 years, I used to just think that, oh, is this the right use of my education? Is this the right use of the kind of experience I carry? Is this the right work I'm doing? uh, is it justifying my time? So I used to have a lot of doubt. And in the meanwhile, I had been through my motherhood journey, so I was also
Right.
taking it easy. But yeah, the journey has not been easy, I would say. I have myself been through my phases of self doubts and not trusting myself. I still have those phases where I just don't know where to go, and I feel stuck a lot of times.
That's true. That's true. And having that pride in your own self and what you're doing is very important. I think that reaps confidence also. That's how you
Yeah.
become more confident in what you are doing, and it shows when you're talking to your client also.
Yes, it does.
correct, when
It
you're
does.
talking to them, because see, I have faced that client will have so many questions, and sometimes you're like, okay. So
Yeah.
explaining them becomes difficult, but yes, when you believe in your product and service, it is it is very important. And that's a very good and great advice to people out there, that you should believe in yourself as well as in your service and product. So thank you for that advice, Shweta. Also, tell me one thing. I have seen your website. There are a lot of
Mhm.
celebrities that who are using, who have taken chocolates from you, and I have seen a testimonial from Sonu Sood as well, right? So
Yeah,
appreciating your premium dessert and chocolates. I'm sure it motivates you. It definitely motivates
it
you.
does,
But
definitely.
at the same time, it's very difficult to keep up the expectation of these clients,
Hmm.
all the time, especially. So, and we go through that pressure. Okay, fine. These are my clients, and these are the expectation of them. So I need to keep up to that. So, do you feel that pressure of superseding their expectations?
I think so. We always feel the pressure that, at least, especially because our clientele is more of corporates. We have celebrities as our client, but we have a lot of corporates also as a client. So the pressure is there for us to get the work done in time. But as far as quality and expectations are concerned, we are not we don't take too much pressure, because we know that everything we make is made fresh to order, and we take the most utmost precaution at our end in terms of the raw material that we use, the
Hmm.
process that we follow. Our recipes are standardized, so we know that what we are churning out is good. So product
Hmm.
wise, we don't have any pressure otherwise. But yeah, timeline wise, we definitely feel pressure at times. But we have an excellent team that works it out well. So I think all
Team is
thanks to the
very
team. Yeah,
important. I said team is very important when
very
you're
important.
very important. And like you said, you are in more into corporates. So I'm sure when it's individual, they order very less. It may be one or two things, but
We
corporate,
do
they
a
order
lot of individual orders
bulk.
for a lot of occasions like baby shower, birth announcement, birthday giveaways. So
Right.
people do take a lot of these things from us.
Huh. No, what
So
I'm saying is corporate gives you a lot of bulk order, no, where it's like,
yes, yes,
yeah.
yeah,
So then timeline becomes more important, and to complete that order, you need to have a great team.
yeah,
So
yeah. I
that
think
is
all
one.
thanks to team. I think we all need support.
Right.
Right from family support to even support at thought level,
Hmm.
even that helps.
That helped, right? But
So
tell me
team
one
is a
thing,
great support.
Shweta, that being a woman, like we were just discussing, that we always have self doubts. Uh, we always question ourselves, right? So
Mhm.
anything in particular that helped you, being the woman, to take that leap ahead and start? Or in chocolate industry, I'm sure you have bring out the revolution. So what contributions have you made to bring about that revolution?
So we are really what really differentiates us is our recipes, the kind of products that we do. We are really focused on eco-friendly packaging, so we are not doing the run-of-the-mill that potly packed chocolates or those square or round shaped chocolates packed in a tray. So that is not a usual product that we do. So
Right.
we pack a lot of stuff in pouches and bottles and all, which can be reused. And these are all innovative recipes which we have developed in house after a lot of R&D. So I'm personally a foodie and like to try and experiment a lot. So I think that plus a lot of focus that we put on packaging and personalizing or customizing it as per the client's requirements. So as personally we feel that even when we are giving selling chocolates, we are actually providing a solution to them, to something that they would want to or some way that they would want to add happiness to in their celebrations or occasions. So I think
Right.
we work with this attitude for each and every order that we do. So I think this is what makes a lot of difference.
So what you just said is that you work with the attitude of providing solution to them. It's like giving happiness, right?
And
I think,
serving them, yeah, serving
yeah,
them to their yeah.
yeah. So I think every entrepreneur, if they work with this attitude, so the first mantra when you do a startup is that you need to know that what problem you're solving, or what you want to serve. Like you said, you want to make people happy.
Yeah.
I think that's the mantra of success also, Shweta, which I firmly believe. When I'm a trainer, so when I train people also, then I always tell them, you have to start with your purpose, that what exactly you want to serve, like who se zyada na, it's basically why you're doing it, so the
Yeah.
purpose behind it. Your purpose is to serve and spread happiness, and chocolates are the best thing to do. And I have tried your cranberries, I have tried your jar chocolates, and they are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
they are
you.
amazing. uh, and you started Adler's then in 2012, right?
Yes, yes.
So it's like more than a decade, right?
Yeah, almost a decade.
Almost a decade. So, what has been your driving force behind your growth and this magnitude of success, where you are right now?
I think I'm ambitious. I'm generally very ambitious.
Huh.
So, so I have this yardstick to keep on measuring myself on where am I moving in life. So I'm
Okay.
one person who can't sit idle. So,
Huh.
so I think that plus, yeah, I think yeah, the desire to make a difference through my life on and to contribute. And I think this keeps on giving me happiness more because it keeps on adding to people's happiness and occasions. So
Right.
when they are happy, I'm happy.
That's the best thing. When they are happy, I'm happy. And I think, when you spread happiness, you are always happy.
Yeah.
It comes back to you. It's always like, I don't say it's give and take relationship, it's also always give and get relationship. So when you're giving happiness, you will get that happiness back. That's very true. And I just now took the name of your company, Adler's Den. you
Yeah.
know you have named your company after Irene Adler, right? The woman who could outsmart the best detective in the world, Sherlock Holmes. How did she inspire you towards starting with Adler's Den, and naming it Adler's Den?
Frankly, the name Adler's Den had a love story, has a love story behind it. So
Right.
my husband would call me Adler, so that is how Adler's Den
Oh,
came. But yeah, I so there are a lot of ways in which I think character of Irene Adler inspires me is to is to be different.
hmm.
So the character really inspires me to be different and outsmart the competition maybe. So
Right,
we have really really been different in the kind of product offering. So and the difference that came in our aware companies awareness about us and the clients awareness about us is when we differentiated with our products. Till the time we were doing the run of the mill stuff, we were not different.
right.
And we were today there are people who come to us and say, oh wow, so oh, this is Adler's 10 chocolates. And in fact, in the last year, you won't believe, we have had almost 15 to 20 corporates coming to us voluntarily on their own and wanting to do wanting to work with us. So that
Okay.
I think says a lot about the kind of trust they put in our product and the trust they put in the brand. So I think yeah.
So tell
Yeah,
me
I
one
think
thing.
that,
You just said, 15 to 20 corporates came to you. So sometimes it becomes difficult to take orders from everyone, right?
yeah.
Because you are already packed. And chocolate is something, it's kind of a pleasure that gives to a person. It's like your sensories are awakened.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of a pleasure that you're giving. And when this kind of crowd comes to you, it's very difficult to outstand the crowd over the years. So how have you been able to outstand the crowd over these years and be on the top, maintaining that that giving to
So I would say
everyone
there's still a
same
long way for us to go. So we have made mistakes. We have had our errors. Our clients have been generous enough to forgive our mistakes at times. So it's
right.
not that this journey has been easy. So So there are a lot of times we face some problems. So
Ah,
there are times when we have to give up on orders and say no to clients because we know that we would not be able to meet the timelines. As
ah,
big as orders of 5 to 10,000 boxes, we have to say a no because we were crunched on timelines. So we have to really, I really believe that I would promise only to something that I think is possible. So
okay.
we believe in making true promises to our clients. So whatever we can do and exceeding their expectations.
Ah,
But
right.
it's better to under promise and exceed their expectations than to over promise and not deliver.
Yeah, not deliver. I completely agree to that.
So
No,
we
I
we try, our endeavor is to always, always, always over exceed our clients' expectations, and that is what we always do. And I feel so proud that my team is with me on this belief system that we have for our company.
right. So tell me one thing, like you said, your team is with you now. You're an employer. It's almost a decade. You've been in the corporate sector as an employee, and
Yeah.
then it was a transition to an employer, right? So how was it? And I'm sure you had your challenges that you have to face day to day in the functioning of Adler's Den. So how do you keep moving? Because when you're working with someone as an employee, you don't worry about the things that a founder or the owner has to face. You are just ground level, just finish your work and you're done. But being an employer, it's a different ball game.
I would say it's entrepreneurship is a very dirty business. Seriously, and it's all sweat, blood, and tears. So if
Right.
one is ready for all of this and one is ready to get hands on always,
Huh.
only then one should get into entrepreneurship. Otherwise, I think it's at times there are though I'm unstable to myself, but that itself becomes a big question at times when there are things which need to be planned and done because you have no boss sitting on your head.
Right.
So it's a completely different journey, and it's very difficult to motivate myself at times. But I think that is when it becomes very important that we have our goals and our visions clearly stated. So and put on the walls, there where they're clearly visible, so that it's there in front of you all the time.
Right. So when you talk about goals and vision, Shweta, like 5 years back or when you started, you might have done some mistakes, right? Which you
Yeah.
regret now. So would you like to share anything that you feel as an entrepreneur one should not do?
Uh, so one should not try and do everything themselves. So that is, I think, one of my biggest learnings that I had, because that I think earlier my when work is not regular, we always shy away from hiring people. We think, okay, so this is
Right.
something that I will do, this is also that's something I can do, oh, this is costing so much. So I think it always stops our creativity in some ways and stops us thinking, stops it doesn't give us time to think strategically and at a deeper level we should be thinking, so that the business can be pivoted in a certain direction for its growth.
Right.
So my biggest learning has been to not to do delegate as much as you can,
Right.
to
Yeah,
free
because
away your time.
yeah, I think that very rightly said. Initially, when I started, I was also doing everything on my own. But it's a learning for every entrepreneur and advice to everyone out there that don't try to do everything on your own. Yes, you need to build a team. But I also believe, Shweta, at the initial time, when you are not ready to spend so much, it's kind of
Mhm.
exposure also because when you hire a team, you know what where they are going wrong or
It's a
what.
cash 22. Trust me, it's a cash 22 situation. And right now, we are in a phase where we have to take a leap of faith to grow to the next level.
Right.
And when it comes to hiring, and that, okay, a certain chunk will go every month if
Hmm.
the team, even if the team is not performing,
Right.
trust me, it gives you a lot of, it's a very difficult decision. It is a very
Exactly.
difficult decision because you are responsible for everyone's monthly salary. Their households are dependent on you. So it is a very difficult. But I think this loop needs to be broken to so that's how companies grow. That's what I am realizing, that this leap of faith needs to be taken at at any cost. If one has to grow, you have to invest in a good team.
Invest in a good thing, right? Yeah, you have to
Mm.
think it as an investment,
Yes, yes,
that's how a right word change your mindset also. When you think about that it's an expense and cost to me, I think that's when you're not able to hire more people. And when you think that it's more of investment, and your thought process only changes, I think
yes.
that is one thing. And also, 5 years back, I know now you've shared, but what is your vision 5 years later? Like from today, next 5 years, any specific vision for Adlers then that you have thought about where
So
you want to be?
yeah, so we want to really get on to serving at least 500 corporate clients. We have a clientele of almost 100 right now, and I'm sure everyone who is watching would want to contribute to. I it would really love if you all can contribute there. I wish to open, a couple of very boutique outlets for Adler's Den in at least 2 3 cities in India and one abroad.
Right.
We wish to start exporting some of our products, which have
Wow.
got great liking. So yeah, there's a lot.
Good, great. I hope you'll be successful in that. And I'm sure the
Yes.
way you're going, you will be. You will be.
Thank you so
One
much.
more thing, what I have seen, Shweta, that we women know, like
Hmm.
initially also said, that we don't ask for what we are giving. We are always thinking that I should get paid for my product and service. That's it. I have never heard a woman that saying that I want to earn a lot of money. You know, why is that so? What's your take on that?
आई थिंक मुझे ऐसा लगता है क्योंकि हमारे पेरेंट्स की जनरेशन में और इवन अदरवाइज नो,
Hmm.
सो वी हैव ऑलवेज बीइंग सोल्ड ओ संतोषी बनो,
Right.
be happy in what you get. But I
Huh.
think I was lucky enough to have a boss while I was working in Max Life. So she gave me this mantra that in any case, whatever you want in life, and if you think you are feeling stuck and you see that someone maybe can help you, so
Right.
instead of feeling shy of not
Right.
asking for help, ask. The what will happen maximum, you'll get a no as an answer or you'll not get the thing. But it's better, asking and not getting is better than not asking and not getting. Imagine
Great.
what are the chances that if what would happen if the other person says yes.
You've just said what I believe by, because if you ask my family, my husband or my kids, I always tell them, they're like, let's not ask this, it will not happen. I said, why not? Just ask, and maximum the other person will say no, let it be. We are
Yeah.
not, at least we should try and ask. uh, I've got someone who has similar thoughts because people don't ask. Why? Because back of the mind they have that fear of no, which is a big thing, you know uh, this is, I think, an advice from me and you also, to people out and who are planning to start, or they're working in an organization asking for something where you are expecting a no. Also, it's okay, you never know, something happens and you get a yes.
Yeah, there have been times, in fact, Shweta, where I have just walked into a company, without any, without any appointment, and I have got orders from them, bulk orders. So they have cancelled their POs from existing vendors and gave the order to us. So that is the power of asking, and I think we should, whatever we be it man or a woman, it doesn't matter. But what is I think is important is. If we feel stuck somewhere or if we feel that the other person can help us, we should not shy away from
Right.
asking for help, asking for support, asking for money, be it
Hmm.
anything. So if I so and feeling, like I said, feeling proud of your product and your service is very important, because that will help you not feel shy when you're asking for money.
Right. True.
And trust me, if you're not making money in business, it doesn't motivate you. After a while, you will feel demotivated. So I think one should and definitely make money in business.
Very true. And you just said like that one thing was you were always ambitious, right? So, what is the message that you would like to give to all those ambitious people out who wish to establish their business, but they're short on resources? They're missing the right guidance to start on their own. They don't know what to do.
Uh, I think you must have heard of this story of this farmer who had three sons and he wanted his uh, farm to be reaped, and every day he would tell his son, "Okay, the wheat is has grown now. You go and reap it off."
Yeah,
And then eventually, he none of the sons did, and he had to do it himself.
right,
So I learned this lesson the hard way. So if we have dreams and if we have ambitions, it is neither your husband's responsibility, neither your dad's responsibility, neither your mom's, not your friends, not your child's. It is your responsibility. If we don't live up to our dreams, who else will?
it's
So,
very deep. It's very true. One, we are responsible for our own lives. You're the driver of your own ship.
yes. So it might be difficult. It is very difficult. Trust me, at times, there have been times when I've cried, and in fact, recently something happened in office, and they are very disturbing moments. But you have to be strong, and you just have to keep the bigger picture in mind. And imagine, so there are limitations. There are family support. Oh, maybe for women, even small thing like, oh, my maid did not come today at
Right.
work, so
Hmm.
even that can be a deterrent. Okay, oh, will my child is small. How do I leave the child with a maid? Or, these are small, small deterrents which they don't stop a man from pursuing his dream. They
True.
stop us. So I think we need to figure out a way around it. We need to figure out support system around it, paid or unpaid. Figure out ways, figure out systems, build systems around your life so that you free up your time and do things, take out time for the things you love to do. That's very important.
Shweta, what you just said, you have to build up a support system. We are very blessed that we are living in India and we have that support system around
Yes.
us. Like, so if we try to chalk out and we know that this might come up because your work is there, right? And we try to manage that, I think India is the best place where we can do that. Second, what problem with children? See, till the time your child is small, yes, mothers, being a mother, we are always concerned. But in India, somewhere when our children are grown up, also as a mother, we don't make them responsible enough to handle things on their own. So I think that one thing women can do, that children have grown up, give them responsible, make them responsible for doing things on their own, so that you can do what you want. You can focus on your work as well as family also. It's not about ignoring, it's about making them responsible.
मुझे मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ, मतलब you see, that is important, but I also think that creating a system around everything has really helped, or creating support systems, be it on a paid basis, or making asking a help from your family or your mother-in-law or your father-in-law, anyone to be there. So
Right.
those things really help to free up time. But a lot of times it's our own conditioning and our own mindset which stops us. We want to be there for the child all the time. So because motherhood is a strange journey. So mothers, we are even more cynical about and even more questioning about our own selves on, oh, is the child, am I treating the child well? Did I feed the child well? The child did not have the afternoon snack. So I think you have to give up a lot of that. You have to really uh, really give up on so much detailing and still not feel guilty.
Right. It's our own guilt that we ask
It's
ourselves,
our
or
own
am
guilt.
I doing right by leaving my child 2 days, for work?
Yes.
So, these
And
questions.
I consciously believe, Shweta, then whatever step we take or whatever action we take, be it to decide to leave the child in a daycare or to keep the child with us, don't judge it later, because there's no right or wrong here. There are mothers who are full-time mothers with their kids, and their kids turn out, when they grow up, they don't even ask their parents. And there are mothers or parents who have always been working as a couple, and their kids turn out awesome and super caring.
Right.
So you never know. I think we should only focus is on instilling the right values in our kids.
True.
Detailing or not detailing, in the long run, I don't think that matters so much. Yeah, ensuring that the child is safe and is being fed properly, these are few basics.
Right.
But getting into every detail is again a personal choice, and we have limited time. So again, that is when it becomes a bigger question for mothers.
Hmm.
Like for me, when I knew that there's more work coming up, I at times end up being at home only for 5-6 hours. During Diwali season, I'm at home for only for 5-6 hours. So my daughter knows that. So if she has to come and meet me, she would meet me at my office and spend time with me at my office.
Right.
So then you have to leave aside that guilt, because then you can't, you have to, you might, one might call it being stone hearted. But why are all these questions only for mothers, all of these judgments only for mothers?
Right.
So you have to leave aside and be, that thought of being, that thought of guilt around, and pursue your dreams.
Very true, very true. Shweta, I really enjoyed the conversation. It was very deep, and I think all the women who will be watching this, they will resonate with what you said and your journey and your experience. I so much want to thank you for joining today.
Thank you
I
so much.
really enjoyed the conversation and hope you too.
Thank
You
you.
are doing an amazing work. As I also mentioned earlier, that I love your chocolates. I would request everyone to try out your chocolates, reach out to you, go to Adler's website, you will get their contacts. Please try the chocolates, they're amazing. For gifting, also, they're amazing. And I think chocolates are best when it comes to hitting the sweet spot and making people fall in love, right? Thank you once again, Shweta.
Thank you so
Also,
much.
I really want to mention what that your journey and experience makes us believe that women entrepreneurship is the changing face of India. Thank
Thank
you, and to our viewers, hope we are able to contribute in inspiring someone out there, because even one takeaway can change someone's life. For more, there are so much more episodes coming up. Stay tuned. And if you would like to be on our talk show, then do get in touch with us on Dream Image India Facebook page. DM me, we'll get in touch with you. Shweta, I really loved having
Thank you
you
so
here
much.
on my talk show, and it was amazing conversation, very insightful for mothers, for women, and I really request everyone to uh, just stop self doubting yourself. And recently, I've heard a statement from my one of the session, a speaker who has come, that she believes that it's very important that women should come out of the cocoon of self doubt. I think,
Yeah, yeah, very important. Very
yeah.
important.
So it's all about inspiring women, and you have contributed in that. Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shweta, for having me there. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye bye, everyone. Do
Bye.
comment. Bye. Take care.